Welcome back to another episode of This is Goth. And this is Amber. Oh yeah. And this is the main character. And by the way, I was looking into those windmills, or better speak of wind turbines, because the thing that rotates is the turbine. And I'm still not getting any more infos on that. Like, now I know that this is some kind of Savonius-ish windmill. But it still makes absolutely no sense why it would rotate in this direction, not the other way around. Strange. Anyway, let's talk to Goth. So, excuse me, sir. I mean, hey there, friend. Sorry, I was in work mode. Please excuse my bad manners. So, who are you? I'm Ludwig, but all my friends in the city call me Goth. Goth is my family name. The Goth family has a long, proud heritage serving the people of Mondstadt. From the Dawn Breeze Inn to the latest and greatest addition, the Goth Grand Hotel, the Goth family has been involved in the hotel and catering industry, serving personal and business guests right from the start. We might not be as illustrious as the Gunhilde family, who defend Mondstadt against invasion, but even so, each member of the Goth family is proud of the work we do. Now, tell me about the Grand Hotel. The Goth Grand Hotel is part of the Goth family's hotel enterprise. I am the owner and manager, but whatever your requirements are right now, the Goth Grand Hotel will be unable to accommodate them in the short term. The reason is that not long ago, the Fatui booked out the entire premise indefinitely. If you ask me why, it seems they were dissatisfied with the accommodation provided to them by the Knights of Favonius. I suppose that says something about the luxuriousness of the Goth Grand Hotel, eh? This whole business actually runs contrary to the Goth spirit of service to the people of Mondstadt, but Master Pantalon of the Fatui offered an unbelievably generous amount for the booking. It was difficult to refuse. The whole business actually runs contrary to the Goth spirit of service. So he means like the whole Fatui thing, but alright. So he just wants to serve the people of Mondstadt, but the Fatui are not from Mondstadt, so that's why it is against his whole thing. Alright, so let's go with another dark option here. Who are you? Mondstadt, blah, 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 blah. Now, what other businesses does your family do? Apart from the hotel, we also offer rental accommodations. It's more cost-effective for longer-term visitors. But we don't have any vacancies right now. Since the Fatui booked out the whole hotel, demand for rented accommodation has soared. Ooh. Speaking of vacancies, technically, we do have one place still available, but someone went and locked the door with some kind of seal, and now it won't open. I think I know what. At least I know that something like this exists, because I kind of forgot where it was. We can't exactly rent it out when the tenant won't be able to get inside. All this is to say that if you're looking to rent, the best I can offer to is to put a word in with the folks who deal with that side of things. Ask them to keep an eye out for you. Alright, so now we know where we could lay our head to rest. Oh, wait. You cannot block this one. Looks beautiful though. Beautiful. All of that booty for nothing. Shoo. Okay. So we're talking to these. Oh, there's another one. And another one. Maybe there's a way inside the building from out here. Oh, that would be really cool. Aha. Get ourselves another room. Oh, now you know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Fatui. The thing is, it's really difficult to know what they're talking about if every word is kind of new to you. And you have no understanding of what means. And it could be like either a name, which has basically no meaning except that it kind of, yeah, connects to a certain family. So now where was the other part of that? There it is. Can I? How do I? There we go. And we're good. Wait, there could have been some kind of entrance over there. Bollocks. Alright, let's ignore that and get upstairs. But before we go anywhere else, we go to, yeah, the left side, right side. Wait a minute, no. There were these green guys there. Downstairs. Or was that? Yeah, this building down there. Uh-oh. Whew, parkour. There we go. Wait a minute, Jack. Jack. This name is somehow familiar. I don't know why. Was I talking to them in the past or not? Same goes for Cyrus. Jack. I could have found another kind of Jack. Also an adventurer. It's really difficult to say at the moment because there are too many names. Alright, let's talk to Jack first. So, hey, are you a new adventurer? Want to join my adventurer team? Tell me about yourself first. I'm Jack, just Jack. No need to be formal with me since we are all friends here. I joined a few months ago and people here helped me out a lot. Especially those stories. Oh, they are so exciting and always get me pumped up. So far, I've only completed small commissions like clearing the sewers of a few slimes. When can I be like the others? And what about the rest? Wait a minute, was there another dialogue option? No, I don't think so. Yeah, let's go with number 2. Adventure team? What? Yeah, people here usually band together in groups of 4 to go on adventures. You seem to be in good company. I once belonged to a rather nice team, but luckily Bennett was also there. We all thought it was just a joke about him being... Oh, he is Unlucky Bennett, not Unluckily Bennett. He is just... Okay, but... all the commissions he took on somehow always fail in the least expected way. Doesn't this make it just more interesting? Come to think of it, it is rather strange. Alright. So, Unlucky Bennett. It just means that it somehow seems to be a very, very interesting fella to have around. Now, Cyrus, branch master of the Adventurers Guild. Hello, kiddo. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Who are you? I'm Cyrus, master of the Adventurers Guild, Mudshot branch. I'm sure we'll get to know each other later on. I can tell you are born adventurer. How can I tell? Just call it a senior adventurous hunch. Oh. Listen, if you're interested, we can talk about it some more at Angel's Share another day. Hey, we get goodies. Well, of course, here, take this. I'm sure it'll be of use to you. To put it plainly, you need only remember 2 words, courage and perseverance. Great. And rewards. Now then, what is the other thing? Who are you? Tell me about the Adventurers Guild. At Astra Square. Wait a minute, square could be and. Okay, now I got it. We have branches all around Tevat. Haha. You can meet fellow adventurers in the guild, participate in expeditions to every corner of the land, and get paid for completing commissions. This truly is heaven for all adventurers. You sure you're not interested, kid? And there's no way for me to enter any building. Which is weird, because... yeah, something. Ah, this was the other guy I kind of confused with Herman. For some reason, I was like, okay, wait a minute. I've seen this guy before. But somehow I also didn't. And this is what kind of threw me off. Shoobity-doo, shoobity-doo, shoobity-doobity-doo. It is a really beautiful building. Alright, yeah, which side was it? Okay, the left side is with the guards and with the quick travel option. And I, on the other hand, go towards the right. Like if everybody goes to the left, or if everybody goes to the right, I go to the left, and vice versa. But this right now just goes upwards, and we end up at the top. So now we can go back again. It's like, yeah, sometimes I do a broad search, and sometimes I do a deep search. Like, the difference is just if you go to the next thing, or do you take a deeper dive from time to time? Oh, we get another box there. Perfect. Yeah, more raw meat. Absolutely worth it. You can kind of get it from... Ooh, another chest. But this could just... Oh, okay. This could just be some decoration, but no, it's not. Ellin. Hello, Ellin. Wait a minute. Is she like the daughter of Herman? Could be. Do you need something? Sorry, I'm all sweaty. So, what sword style is that? Well, this was no sword style at all. She was just, yeah, pulling it back. I'm copying Master Jean's technique. Every time she wields her sword, you just know it's a Grandmaster at work. Well, like, a sword that's just wielded without hitting anything. Isn't it kind of pointless? Like, the whole point of a sword is to have an effect, right? But if you wield a sword without it hitting a target, then there's no need to wield a sword, isn't it? Except when you use it as some kind of performance thing, right? In order to show off, then it does make some kind of sense. So if you think about it, swordsmanship is one part performance and another part efficiency. Because, okay, for the most part in combat, you do want to finish the fight fairly quickly, because the more time you stay in the fight, the more dangerous it becomes, or the more likely it will be that your opponent will hit you, which is not a thing that you want to happen. So what you want to do is just end it as quickly as you can, and as quickly as you can, and as safe as you can. Therefore, striking first and striking hard, and not doing any unnecessary swooshes and whatnot, because this just means that you waste energy and give your opponent an opportunity to strike first. Therefore, fighting, at least in real life, is over in a few seconds. And every time you see like a movie with like people competing and whatnot, it's just there for display purposes, right? So you can say like, yeah, it's a Grandmaster, Like, the grandest of Grandmasters actually does not fight at all, because they know that it... Or at least this is my understanding. Anyway, only those of great character can use a sword fighting style like that, right? It seems like I can't just focus on power training. I need to start building character too. Woohoo. Yeah, character, sure. Do you need something? What's to say? So you're with the Knights of Favonius. Who, me? You think I have what it takes? Really? Yahoo! My training must really be working after all. Actually, I'm not at night yet, but I'm confident I will make it through the tryouts. Then I'm gonna climb the ranks to captain, then get promoted to Master Jean's second in command, and when Jean gets to retirement age, she will shake my hand and say, oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, watch this space, cause I'm gonna outdo my Fraggles father by a long way. That's for sure. Hey, I hope you succeed. Thank you. I will definitely make it, just like the Dawn Knight from Ballads of the Squire. Have you read this book? I've finished it so many times. If you've got the time, you should definitely give it a read. Alright, and we got the Ballads of the Squire, Edition 1. So, let's see. That is character development stuff. That's something to eat. This is gear. This is quest related stuff. Oh no, quest related and kind of story related. And I actually have to read the Fox and the Dandelion. They're quite. How can come there quest items? Anyway, yeah, let's go for the Ballad of the Squire, Edition 1. Down every street in Mondstadt have I strolled. The air was filled with the stench of misery and the buzz of revelry. I saw the most arrogant of aristocrats, and I saw the most pitiful of the impoverished. At night, these streets are a spider's web. Some here to feast, others their eternal prey. I hear a jangling in the night, and know it is the chains that fetter the souls of the oppressed. I patrol the streets of Mondstadt at night time, where my peers and superiors would once declare, "We are the starlit knights. Lift thy heeds and bear witness. For we who raise our flag in the splendor of the starlight are the true protectors of Mondstadt." But not once have I lifted my head to the stars or gazed at our flag, for I cannot shift my focus from the filthy street corners. Destitute peddlers weep in silence, aging soldiers grimace in pain in the Delphi stillness of night. A young girl, rejected by the aristocracy, pleads for Barbatos' mercy. The sighing of mournful wind rattles the cathedral gate, carrying with them the grief of the oppressed. They assault splendid palatial walls. Each mother's call, each infant's cry, enough to dent the hardest of shields, enough to shatter the sharpest of swords. Sounds of sorrow send shivers down my spine, but in the palace and in the castle, though the wind blows the same over holy ground. They are but the size of ants to the ears of men. Whoa. Interesting, but it's kind of all over the place. Like, you do want to read it as a poem, but somehow it just does not allow for that. Did I read The Legend of Vanessa? It inspired in ages past, friends to execute, improvising, chained by the royals, Mondstadt, could barely surprise, festives, a fiery-headed dame confined to a cell, sovereign for people Mondstadt, freedom if she may. Did I or did I not? Voting to our... Yep. I think I read this one, didn't I? But it was marked as new, wasn't it? Poems sing of heroic flame, yet to commemorate unnamed freedom. Should they aim? Chained by the royalty. Surprised rich people was relished. What? I don't know. So, the Fox and the Dandelion Sea. Dandelion. Or is it Dandelion? Or is it Dandelion? Or is it Dan the Lion? Alright, so Dandelion, ride the wind to a faraway land. Dandelion. Seems weird. The little fox chanted, he blew the dandelion flower. Dandelion. He blew the dandelion flower and sent the seeds flying. He then spoke in a more serious tone. May my teacher's wishes ride the wind and reach the animal archon. A wind blew past us and swept away the dandelion seeds. Did they fly to a better place, carrying my hopes and dreams there with them? Number 1. When did this happen? Some time ago, behind the village, there grew a forest of countless lush trees. At the center of this forest was a small lake. The lake was like the chained glass windows of the Mondstadt Cathedral, crystal clear and shimmering in the sunlight. The sun shone through the leaves and glistened on the water's surface like fragments of gemstones. It was really something. The weather was cool that day. I was hunting in the forest when I came upon the lake. The shimmering water somehow reminded me of a girl I loved a long time ago. I couldn't remember much about her, but I felt that her eyes must have looked like the lake, glittering as if holding fragments of gemstones. I became lost in though as I stared at the glistening water. I walked transfixed along the lakeside, forgetting entirely that I was out for a hunt. I came to when I heard the sound of something freezing up. It was a mist flower growing by the lake that had just frozen the water surrounding it. Next to it was a white fox, its tail frozen in the ice. Poor critter. It must have had its tail in the water by the mist flower while it was drinking. Mist flowers are dangerous plants and can cause frostbite if handled without care. Extreme caution must be taken when handling them. As it saw my approach, the fox struggled in fear, but this only served to tug on its still frozen tail. The fox whimpered in pain. Oh no, this won't do. I thought to myself, what a poor critter. It's gonna die anyway if I don't save it, so I might as well end its pain by bringing it home as my game for the day. I imagined what a delicious fox stew I could cook with the carrots I grew. Just thinking of the hot stew gave me energy and brought a smile to my face. So I took out my hunting bow and slowly walked towards it. Be good and stay put. Wow. So let's hope that he misses the fox, because it would be just bad if he killed the fox. Now, there is a quick travel marker, and it is marked as somehow upside. So it could be on top of the building, inside the building, somehow around the building. So there's also Porthos and Athos. Let's talk to Athos first. Welcome to the Knights of Favonius. What is this place? This is the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Here you can find the Grand Master's office, the library, and all manner of other facilities. As much as I would love to give you the grand tour, I'm afraid I have to stay at my post. Too bad though. Too bad. Welcome. What is this place? The Knights of Favonius headquarters. You don't look like a troublemaker, so you can go in. Ah, that's nice. You can actually... Interesting. You can actually enter the Knights of Favonius headquarters, but you cannot enter any other building, except maybe the inn, restaurant, bar, thingamajig. I never really tried though. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But to be honest, this is the perfect opportunity to end the episode and continue with this at another time. Haha, indoors. Until then, like and subscribe. Ta-ta.